welcome to a video on thedigital-lifestyle.com. In this video we're going to have a quick look at the Samsung WB800F smart camera, digital camera. So this is almost like your traditional point and shoot camera, digital camera. It's got 21 times optical zoom, so kind of stuff you'd expect from a fairly low cost smart camera. But what this has got over some other cameras, it's got a touch screen on here. So we've got a touch screen and we've got Wi-Fi, so we can do things like sharing to DNA devices. So what we're going to do, I'll give you a close look at the camera. We'll have a look at some of its features, and I've already taken some shots with it, so we can have a quick look at those, and we'll test the Wi-Fi connection and see how that works. Okay, so here we have the camera. So it's nice, small, neat device. It's probably not, say, 5 inches, 6 inches, something like that. The actual screen is a 3-inch screen. The actual display here is a 3-inch screen. A nice small camera. So the first thing, obviously, with camera is the optical zoom. That makes a big difference for me. You get much better shots if you've got to do any distance with the optical zoom. This has got 21 times optical zoom, which is pretty good. So I can't really show this too much from this angle, but I'll show some pictures I've already taken. But to give you an idea about the optical zoom, there's a tree, and taken without the optical zoom, and there's with the full zoom in. So pretty good. The optical zoom 21 times I think is pretty good, especially if you're going to start taking things slightly further away. Digital zoom doesn't cut it, and the optical zoom's important on there. So very clear. I don't know whether they really can get that over on a YouTube video, but very clear zoom, and you can see how far away I stood on that. So quite impressive on the. So like I said, zoom. This is actually a touchscreen device. So just like you would on a smartphone, when you can swipe through them on there, but it's actually hybrid. So you can use these buttons. I've used quite a few Samsung digital cameras, and these buttons sort of operate the same way: up, down, left, right, and select. And this has that feature, plus you've got the option to do it on there as well. Right, let's have a look at some of the exterior of the camera. So we've seen the optical zoom. We've got a Wi-Fi link, which I'll show you in a sec. Power, flash, which pops out like that, which is pretty good. If you need that, it won't automatically pop the flash, so I found anyway, you need to pop the flash yourself. We've got the zoom, there's the flash button, I'm just showing it, and we've got these different modes here, which come back to. We've got micro HDMI, so that's a micro HDMI port that I use for my laptop, so that can go straight in there, plug it into your TV. And we've got an AV, which is like an AV cable on there. On the bottom here we've got power. So we've got a battery, which is in there. So the bottom here we've got a battery, a slim battery. I've charged it through actually just plugging the USB cable in. I don't really need to use a separate charger, but we'll have a look at that. SD card slot, full size SD card, and a tripod mount on there as well. Right, let's have a look at actually taking some pictures. Right, when you take pictures, you've got these different modes. I took a few just so we can test this out. So auto mode just takes the picture. See, it's pretty fast at taking pictures as well. Just takes whatever the best option is, it takes. But you can use some of the options here as well. You can use the touch screen for focusing, for tracking, or for taking the actual picture. So I can go on there and take it. So instead of using the button at the top, you can just tap the touchscreen like a phone. Let's turn that off. And then we've got different modes. So we've got okay, that's gonna we'll look at the apps shortly. So for taking actual photos, very straightforward. We've got a program mode, which you can adjust the aperture and the shutter speed and the ISO settings. So the kind of thing that you would expect maybe you would do on a bigger camera, which is pretty good. And you've got all these extra options like take it timing shots. ASM mode allows you to adjust the priority of the shutter, the aperture, or select it manually as well. So you've got full control over the photos that you're taking. Right, smart mode. This is where you can kind of have some fun with these, and there's a lot of options on this. I've seen this with other Samsung devices. So you've got beauty face, which allows you to retouch continuous shots you can take, landscape, macro, so action freeze, panorama, waterfall. You've got all these low light modes. We'll try low light setting before I finish the video as well. So I took some of these, so I'll show you the effect of some of these. We've got best face mode for taking portraits. So this where you can combine sort of family portrait. You can take 3 or 4 shots, and it will then let you pick the best face from each of the shots to use on a combined portrait. And here's some other the other modes that you can have on here. Magic frame, split shots. I'll show some of these. Motion photos. We've got loads of filter effects. So let's have a look at some of the pictures that I've taken on this, give you an idea of some of the effects that I've used. So there's macro mode. You can get pretty close on there. Miniature mode. That's quite good actually. I quite like that mode. It makes your shots look like the sort of miniature. And even sort of animations where you can freeze the picture but then animate bits of it. Also, as you see, I'm using this. I am actually using the touchscreen, so it is quite handy when you navigate around the camera. That's a split screen mode. My 2 sons, one on each side of the picture, so you can have some fun with the camera. So the other mode that this has got is the Wi-Fi mode, and you can use this in a couple of different ways. Mobile Link is an app that you can get for Android. It comes on most Samsung smartphones. You can link it up and copy pictures off it using Wi-Fi. Remote viewfinder, I think I've shown this on previous videos actually, from an Android app. You can then take pictures using the phone as the viewfinder. Auto backup, you can get app for different platforms actually, from PC, and it allows you to do backups over the Wi-Fi. You can email, there's an email client on there, pretty basic one, but you can set your email up so you can email photos out. And there's the DLNA, which is Samsung's app, I'll share. So a quick look at that. So we can share that with a nearby image. I should have my phone to do that with. I've already joined my network. So how it works on here, here's my library. The phone is there as a library, and here are renderers. So I could say pick from this Android phone and send it to Windows Media Player, and then I can then go to the library, pick an image, and that image then will now play on the DLNA device that I've selected. Of course, you could just select it to play over here. So devices, I could put local. On local devices is this one. So now using the wireless network, I can copy that over. So nice little feature. It's pretty good if you want to pull images from the camera without having to plug them in. You can send them straight to your TV. You can also push photos straight to SkyDrive, Facebook, Picasa, and you can push your videos straight to YouTube as well. So that's probably the advantage of the Wi-Fi ones. You can take a picture, push it straight out. You don't have to copy it to a PC before you publish it. So I'm going to connect it up to my TV here now, so you can flick through your pictures. works pretty well on HDMI, so I'm just using the micro HDMI adapter that I use for my Surface section. So that's the WB800F from Samsung, the smart camera, about £169. It's a nice and neat little camera, I've got to say. Actually, it's fits in well in the hand. It's got the ports that you need. Then you've got the sharing features: Facebook, Picasa, SkyDrive, YouTube. What I didn't show before is that we've got a video mode on here, 1080p video. Just check the specs. It's 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second video, so that's pretty good for shooting video. It's a nice little camera. If you want a smart camera, you don't want the expense of one of the Android cameras. You just want a camera to take some pictures, and you want to be able to share it simply with Wi-Fi to your TV, to social media, or whatever you want to do. Email. Nice little camera. Full details in the show notes. Thanks for watching this video. More videos on our YouTube channel.